Righty-ho. They're important. If I remember, I'll come back to those. Okay, so even listening to now, Sam Harris is one of many of your kind of supposedly classic liberal American commentariat. Now, they do own the public attention throughout the world, even more and more. But even listening to them, and over the last few years you've had this sort of, well, they haven't properly explored the woke, in other words, white privilege, etc. They haven't. They can't. They're terrified of it. I'm lucky. Now, I can say the following, and it's totally true. I've done the reading for you. All my 20s, 30s, most of my 40s, I read many books. Now, privilege. Privilege! I had less than average income from all my 20s, 30s and 40s. Not a penny inherited. It's as simple as this. Simple as this. Your black guy or girl from Peckham. They would have spent their money, it's not nice to say, on the £75 trainers, because they'd been brainwashed by even crap rap culture. Okay, there's some bit of goodness in some rap, but they'd been brainwashed. You've got to have those consumer items. No, I didn't buy any expensive clothes after a little flurry in, I think, my late 20s, which wasn't privileged. It was just like my equivalent was in my for a year or two in my later 20s, spending, buying, and this is one of them, a few old shirts. This is a Benetton, is it? Yes, there you go. Now, I've kept them going for 35 years. I didn't like that one, so I didn't wear it for about 20 years. But now I love it, okay? So my version of the expensive traders that even the people right at the bottom were spending their money on was literally for a year or two a few shirts, and then it became buying books. Not to be a smart ass in any way, because I gradually wished to understand what was fucking me up, what had fucked me up, what had fucked up my parents, what had fucked up everybody else. Right, to the point. Now, so in other words, even your Sam Harris's, all of these people, they can't just simply say, shut the fuck up about privilege, what is it? I mean, plenty of people, ethnic people towards the bottom had plenty of disposable income in the West, such that they would spend their money on trainers. Now, and I only like ethnic people in Britain. Anyway, why have I turned this on? So yes, I've done the work to read the books, which sets you, not because you have some inherent privilege, anybody, or virtually anybody except people on the great extreme end of some spectrum of damage in the head. I've done the work I train myself. No, it's the wrong way of putting it. If you read loads of books, you just naturally, organically develop an ability to look at both sides, to think, because you realise there are great books, like, for example, Samuel Butler's Erewhon is a great book. It's got a horrible, nasty little racist thing in that absolutely everybody for quite a decades, probably even within a few years of it being written, would understand. It's like, no, it's over the line. But anyway, why have I got these glasses here? I mean, the notion that there's nothing worse than an old git telling younger people how to be, which is essentially what creeps like Peterson do. But, first things first, okay? Before I headed off from my last area, I spent quite a lot of time researching, asking around, okay, who's the best opticians? Because I need, if it's at night, I need reading glasses. Now, I even paid for the for the hard coating, right? Essentially I got what's the equivalent of NHS classes because I'm a pauper, but you still have to pay a bit, and I paid extra for the hard coating. Probably can't see, they're scratched and ruined. Now I look after things incredibly well. It just so happens that I picked up elsewhere, somebody had dropped them. Now I feel a little bit guilty about that, but I found a pair of glasses a few months later that are my prescription for reading. Now, what's the point? The point of this, if I'd have bought at the most reputable optician in my region 10 years ago glasses with hard coating. Now I keep everything incredibly carefully. They've always been kept in a case. No, this is just crap. They would have lasted 5 years if I'd purchased the same item 10 or 15 years ago. Now they last less than 1 year. Now there's your starting point. First of all, don't accept this throwaway society. For the same money, 10 years ago, I could have bought an item that would have lasted, the same item that would have lasted 3 or 4 times longer. You're being ripped off everywhere. Okay? That's your starting point. It matters because of having to be on this hamster wheel to just keep up with. Even I feel, because I've got a bit of vanity, because I like these, they kind of suit me. I can't stand this kind of, and in fact this kind of look of glasses is what's ruined humanity. It's like, I'm a kind of uber kind of, I don't know, I'm a mistress of the universe.